Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Gold Standard College Basketball Podcast. It is episode 34. I am Big Papa. That is Bobby Hoops. I promise. Just Waterloo tonight. I wish.
Oh, man. I thought the mountains were blue over there.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad about a Coors latte, but, we're a Blime house here. So,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to, as everybody likes to say, this is your mom's favorite podcast. So
everyone likes to say that. You're right.
Yeah, everybody says that this is my mom's favorite podcast, which who knew? Everybody's mom loves college hoops, and for whatever reason, they pick us.
I think it's my mom's favorite podcast.
I would agree with that.
Unless Tucker Carlson has a podcast.
That's fair. But different. We don't.
Yeah, we're a different kind of show.
We're a different category. So that's fair. But yeah, other than that, or do you think she's doing the thing where she's like, "Oh, it's my little boy." Like, yeah, I'll listen to it.
I don't know how much she listens. I know she's tuned in a handful of times, just out of love. But
yeah,
Don Logan doesn't miss an ep. I know that,
dude. I haven't been on probably the last 2 episodes I've uploaded to YouTube just to see if our boy Big Don Julio's commented on it, which I could guarantee it. My boy's comment. I need to go back and just see what he said. But hey, I don't know about you, but like some people have been kind of feeling like, man, the wagon is fully ablaze, but somehow we're driving that thing across the finish line. Did it feel like that the other night for you? Watching it come down to the end?
In terms of regular season?
Sure. You can spin it. That may or may not have been like more of a analogy for like my life in general. So I was just trying to put it in.
I think I'm a little lost of what you're talking about.
No. I was just trying to jokingly say, did it feel like last night? Was it last night? What's that, Thursday? So Tennessee played last night.
The Tennessee game? Oh, the Ole Miss game.
Yeah. I didn't know if it felt like fiery coming to the end or if it was more like, that was about right. Just for the matchup, and it's Chris Beard at Ole Miss.
I wasn't very happy last night watching that game. It was one of those games that just felt like, it felt like we really didn't do much wrong. There definitely were some things we could have done better, just in terms of rebounding and couple costly turnovers here and there, but like everything went Ole Miss's way. All the shots seemed to fall. What's his name for Ole Miss, who just cooked us in the second half? Jermaine Brakefield, who came off the bench, 19 in the second half, just like we had no answer. Everything
off the bench, 19 in the second half.
That's
so annoying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it was to the point where they had Akpara on him, but because he can shoot the three a little, Akpara have to sneak out a little bit. Brakefield then cook right by him. Easy 2. So then, okay, we'll switch and put Jemai on him. Jemai's a little quicker, but then he's just bullying Jemai. So it's just one of those like matchup nightmare. Didn't work. And then when he missed, the rebounds went their way. And so, I mean, it's just one of those games where it all came up gravy for Ole Miss. And it just, the part I was most upset about is like, man, they're taunt, which, yeah, you're beating the number 4 team. Go ahead and taunt. And
well, say the thing that you said and say the thing that you said over text.
Oh, I mean, like they're doing the like too small hand gesture the whole time, and one of their fans threw like a cup or like a ball on the court as Jordan Gainey's about to shoot a free throw. No technical is called. I don't know, like how is that not a technical foul? And yeah, they get the win. Congrats, your mascot is a Confederate rebel. We're still holding on to that. Go Rebs, huh? Yeah, I love that. Freaking losers.
Just like as you said, it's a university that wants to be relevant in anything, so they'll say yes to anybody.
Yeah. Please, disgraced coaches, come to us. We'll take you in.
Well, shout out to Ole Miss. They'll probably figure out a different mascot here probably in the next 2 to 3 years. They lease out whoever's next. And so right now it's a bear. Next trip, like, I don't know, make it do a coyote or something. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you'll figure something out. But hey, if anything, there was definitely something way more better than that game, which was
the shot. Jemai Meshach, the hero of Knoxville.
Is that what it's being called? The shot?
That's just right off the dome.
Let's call it that.
Big Papa, that was one of the happiest sports moments of my life. And like I've mostly rooted for losers in my life, so I don't have a lot of like championships in my trophy case, my personal trophy case. But man, that first of all, it was a great game against Bama on Saturday, a game that really Bama kind of gave away at the end. They were up 74-70 with 30 seconds left and found a way to lose. Multiple opportunities to get the ball to Mark Sears, who just was having a fantastic game. Hold on one sec. I'm trying to be like you, and I have headphones on because we're trying to be a professional podcast and not have echo in the background. And these headphones are killing me, and I need to do an adjustment. But I'm gonna keep talking as I go here.
Okay.
But it was an amazing game down the stretch, and you deny the ball from Mark Sears like twice down the stretch. Yeah. Okay. I think I did it.
You feel better? Okay.
Yeah, I feel a little better now. The way I had it, they kept wanting to like turn down on because I'm wearing a stupid cowboy hat and right now it feels kind of stupid. But God, this is a great podcast. Anyway, it was fantastic down the stretch, and well, not fantastic for Bama because they really poo-pooed it away.
Yeah, they did.
We somehow force a 5-second violation on an inbounds down. They can't get the ball into Mark Sears. Nate Oates has 2 timeouts in his pocket, decides to keep them there. Get the 5-second violation, 3 seconds, come down the court. Zakai screaming for a timeout. Rick Barnes is screaming for a timeout. The refs just ignore it, thankfully.
Yeah.
Jemai Meshach has nobody to pass the ball to who can shoot better than him, which at that moment I think was everyone else on the court. And he just hoists it from about 35 feet. Bang.
Hall of Fame bang.
Hall of Fame bang. Bangarang. I was watching at my in-laws with my family and my daughter, and it was just this moment, and just in thinking of the last 4 years of like, just even past 10 years with Rick Barnes and like the kind of guys who like stick out in terms of like, man, you are special. You have given your all to this program and just worked your butt off and got better every year, whatever better look like. And Jemai is like textbook Rick Barnes guy. Just got here from day one, worked his butt. Never a great offensive player. I always think Jemai is great in the scramble moments. He's great in the, he gets the rebound for a put in or a put back, and he, plays breaking down. Jemai gets the ball in his hands and he finds a way to just get it in the hoop. Like, that's all the offense that he gives you. He's not giving you any offense within a game plan, or you're not drawing up any plays for Jemai Meshach. But for him to hit that shot in that moment, he's just worked so hard. He's one of the best defensive players in the country, hustles his butt off all game, leader in the locker room, catches a lot of flack from Knoxville radio stations and local fans about his offense, which some of that is warranted, sure. Yep. Man, in that moment, I was just so happy for that kid. It felt like I was laughing with Aaron after the game because, like, I no shame, I legit welled up. I was so happy. I was so happy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like tears formed in my eyes. I was so dang happy for
Dude,
that kid.
sports rocks.
And that it rocks.
Dudes rock.
I just like you follow enough of his story and everything that he's done for the team and really if you go down our bench like like who do you want taking that shot at he's probably the last one or second to last one that you would pick like if you were going to draw that up and man he hit it. And I was just so dang happy for him. He deserved that moment. He deserved to, I mean, the dang basketball Instagram page, the Tennessee basketball Instagram page, posted that video. Each angle you could imagine with the theme from the Titanic, I mean, like everything you could imagine. And I just was so happy for him. I mean, easy spoiler dog of the week, Jemai Meshack. I mean, it was awesome. It was really. I think someone even posted that in Tennessee history in like home games, the last actual buzzer beater winner was from like 97 or something. Like it's been almost 30 years since we've had a buzzer beater winner at home. Which was a little crazy, but that was a lot of fun. And a huge, I mean, just in terms of the season, a big resume win to beat Bama like that. I mean, Bama's kind of
Say it.
We could
say it.
I've been teasing it for obviously they're a really good team and have had a great year. And will be, a 2 seed probably in the tournament and all that and whatnot. I sent you a follow-up because I went back and looked. It was like I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago, I sent you a text that was like, Bama's feeling a little F-wordy. And by F-wordy, I mean fraud-y.
Oh,
yeah, we've been hammering like the Kansases for being a fraud all year, and
which they are definitively.
They are Gonzaga, UConn, teams that have greatly underperformed. And my whole thing all year with Bama, and really what to me the makings of a really good college basketball team. I've harped on this plenty. You have too. Do you have a plan B? Everybody's got a plan A. Bama's plan A is really good when it's working, but what happens when you don't have that? And it just seems like it's they don't have that. And saw that against Tennessee on Saturday. Saw that last night against that. They made a little comeback against Florida. Florida kind of let them back in a little bit, but I don't buy Bama down the stretch. I think they don't have enough post offense. I think they just rely too much on their threes, and I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't really know what. I mean, if they make it, I wouldn't be surprised if they went out the first weekend. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Staying with 10 toes down, baby. I love it.
They won't make it out of the first weekend.
Oh my. Bobby Hoops hitting them with the F stamp.
They won't make it out of the first weekend.
Wow. You heard it here first. March 6th, 2025 at almost 10 p.m. at night.
Yeah, I'll say it.
If any other like Bama Hoop insiders like want to pull up, you'll have to wait until after the 11th when our account resets.
Yeah.
So before then, pull up in the comments.
Right. Yeah.
Can't really do a video response. Like, just got to wait. We'll get there. I love it, dude. Hey, I think maybe you and I both have an early donkey of the week. Same team, but for a different reason.
Oh my gosh. I've talked enough. You can take this one.
So, well, basically, Bama has their senior night against Florida, and I actually didn't know this. I was doing a different thing. You were texting me I was in a committee meeting thing, and you were like, you're not going to believe what just happened. As like the game's wrapping up, Florida wins, and you're like, Nate Oates just got on a microphone and said, yeah, we actually held the senior night ceremony until after the game because I didn't want it to be a distraction before the game because I wanted my boys to be locked in. Which then, of course, it's the old Jeb Bush feeling of like you get on the microphone and Jeb's like, hey, please clap.
Please clap.
Please clap. Because Nate Oates gets on the microphone and is like begging, like, no, don't leave. We're having senior night ceremony to honor some of the, which I'm not like a historian of Alabama basketball, but if you're talking on like recency bias, you're talking about Marcus Sears and Grant Nelson, like two of some of the, I would say, especially about Marcus Sears, like some of the best basketball Alabama has had.
Took him to the Final Four last year,
and you want to honor him after a loss, and so now you're asking fans who have primarily filed out of the arena. So now you've got like 20%, got some students all to be like, okay. So you get like pity claps and, their whole families have like come in for this. And I immediately texted back and I was like, well, I said some stuff that I won't say here, but ultimately I'm like, bro, give them their night. Do it before the freaking game. Are you kidding me?
It was such a loser move by Nate Oates. Like I like at this
for all the good
season,
that we have said for the last 2 years.
Oh my gosh, the amount of distractions out there for an 18 to 22, 23-year-old, that's endless right now. And the fact that you think honoring your guys, for I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes prior to this. And I understand it was a huge game for them. Totally get that. Limiting distractions and whatnot. But like, man, honoring these guys, especially Mark Sears, who's been incredible for them I think he's been there all 4 years. I don't remember.
I think he was a transfer early on.
He was a transfer. Okay.
But
regardless,
yeah.
He as important as that game was and games like it, like giving these guys their flowers, it's their night. It's their senior night, man. Like you said, like their families are there, and to he tried to have his cake and eat it and be like, fans, please, win or lose, please stay and give these guys what they deserve, which you're not really even giving them what they deserve here. But like the pictures of it, like so sad. Like the arena's like 25% full. Like these guys just like had a really disappointing defeat. And now oh man, such a dumb idea. Such a dumb idea.
Brother, you stink. It just was like, man, what? That's a layup type. Just totally. You don't miss that. Like Terrence, or what's his face? We were talking about
Terrence Shannon getting his jersey retired upside down.
Just make sure the jersey is just up the correct way. Yeah. Anywho, so all I have to say is I think that's a pretty fair donkey of the week for us.
Yeah.
The Cats were a couple donkeys this past Saturday, and when you were talking about some teams have Plan A and also Plan B, hypothetically C, but if you're in Plan C, your season's probably like imploding.
Yeah.
Auburn seems to have all of those, but it's like they don't even have to go past Plan A.
Oh yeah.
And they, when we use the term belt to tush, or as the kids say, they did it. And they literally pulled out belts after the game was over with, and acted like they're just whooping tail, spanking them. And I'm like, yeah, you do it.
I mean, if I was going to tell you going into the game that they were going to hold John I. Broom to 9 points and 6 rebounds,
that was nuts. Yeah. And then of course, the likes, which this probably shouldn't have been that shocking. It's not like Miles Kelly's a bad player. He's a great player. He shoots 42%. But my man went off for 30 points, 9 of 14 from 3.
9 of 14 from 3. I think he came down at one point and banked in like 2 in a row or something like that.
He banked in 2 threes in a row. Yeah, back to back. It was awesome. Tahad Pettiford came off the bench. He went 6 of 10 shooting with 21 points. And then this also wasn't super shocking. Chad Baker Mazzara, like Duke and ball. He had 22 points, 6 of 12 shooting. So, yeah. And all those things, like you said, if Janai Broom was, you're like, he's going to be in somewhat of foul trouble, but be held to under 10 points scoring, you're probably thinking, like, I think we got a pretty good, we got a pretty good shot.
Yeah, we got a shot.
Nah, Brad, it didn't matter. So, there's not much to take away. I mean, like, 4 of the 5 starters for Kentucky were all in double digits. That was nice. But bench scoring, which 1, 2, 3, you had 5 guys come off the bench and give you minutes. You got 5 points from 5 points.
Guys, yeah,
it was great. So, yeah, what wasn't sick was the nice senior game walk off for the Cats. Nice feel good win. Ultimately, LSU stinks. Cats won 95-64, and seniors played pretty well. I think Ainsley Almanor had 15 points. He had a couple threes, but even that game, I'm like, there's not really much to take away. Like, you handled business, did what you're supposed to do, beat up on LSU. I mean, at one point, I didn't even get to watch the first half. I was partaking at my local joint at Monterey on Taco Tuesday, and I just happened to look at the halftime score, and I was like, oh, we put up a 50 burger, 50-24. Like, I don't even know if I need to watch this game. But, of course, I scrambled back as fast as I could in order to watch it. So,
yeah, there you go.
Can't miss. Cats got Missouri on Saturday.
What did Missouri do last night?
What did they do? Who'd they play? Oh, Oklahoma. What's the standings in Oklahoma? Or with the
where's Oklahoma?
Oh, third to the bottom.
Oh, well, surely it was a close game. I feel like I can't really do this bit right now. My team lost last night too, but
relative. We were trying to like keep up with it, and let's see, what was that halftime? 50. Oh, wow. Missouri allowed Oklahoma to get a 50 burger in the first half. Huh. They put up a decent run. They had 47 in the second half. Well, they ended up losing to Oklahoma 96-84. I don't know. Kind of feel toss-uppy about Missouri just because, like,
they're good.
Bums.
They're good too.
And it's at Missouri. My thing at this point, like, you're playing out like all the scenarios with like SEC tournament at this point, and like that's kind of what all of the attention's been on. Like, all right, if you win, you could be anywhere from a 5 to a 7 seed, and then it's like, well, if you just lose, you're automatically an 8. And I'm kind of like, I just want to win for the sake of just winning, and more to like secure. I was gonna say an NCAA tournament seed line, but like I don't even know if necessarily losing to Missouri at their place is gonna do anything. I think at this point, the best Kentucky could end up with is a 3 seed.
Like, I feel like unless if you got like smoked by Missouri, like maybe that docks you something. But right now, it really kind of feels like, unless you're like Ole Miss, I think they're going to Florida on Saturday. Like, that could be a big bump for them in the national tournament seeding, but kind of feels like you are where you are right now. Like, that loss last night for Tennessee. Yeah, you lost the 1 seed. I've seen a couple Tennessee pundits make the argument that should Tennessee meet Florida in the SEC tournament and beat them, that gives them an argument to say, like, can we beat them 2 times? They beat us once this year, and maybe that gives Tennessee an argument of getting the last 1 seed, but I think it's Florida's to lose right now, and I don't think outside of that, nothing Tennessee really does. I think here on out we'll lose them the 2 seed. So I don't. Is Kentucky in a spot like that? Or is it just kind of like we're a 3, we're a 4?
Yeah, I think they most likely be a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I if you wanted me to give like worst case, I think it's probably a 5, but that would be like lose to Missouri, lose your first game of the SEC tournament. Then you're probably playing with some fire on like, that wasn't great. But yeah, I don't know if it really gets any lower. Like, you got 20 wins. You got a pretty stud resume when it comes to, like, quad
Mhm.
1 wins. So than that, like, see if you can get a 3, probably a 4, and just move on and see what kind of matchup you get. And
Yeah.
here in about 2 weeks. Hey, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of Saturday, and I want you to do your Bobby Pick'em for those if they partake in, like, you want to drop a little coin on the game.
Oh.
If you're one of those, like me,
Wet
not
the beak a
necessarily.
little bit.
I'm a big fan of telling you, listener, to, like, bet the house. Mortgage, put it on it, baby.
Put a couple bucks on my Terps yesterday.
Bobby
Got that big win
Terps.
up in Michigan.
Little Siggy for the Terps.
little Selly Sig for the for the Terps.
I died when that text came through. I was like, yeah, that's exactly right, big dog. All right, real quick. Cats in Missouri. Who you got?
Missouri. Sorry.
That's fair. It's basketball. I'll take the Cats. Mississippi State at Arkansas.
Oh, Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
Easy.
Taking the Bulldogs.
Calm man's going down.
God, every
easy.
game, baby.
Easy.
May the. I need to light another candle so his downfall will happen. Vanderbilt at Georgia. Mike White, like, trying to keep that job down there.
Yeah.
Not that he's on the hot seat, but
yeah, I'm gonna say Vanderbilt. I think is it Justin Edwards, their point guard? He like that guy.
Yeah, Jason Edwards.
Jason Edwards, that's it.
Yeah. So he can light it up.
He can light it up. And I don't think George if he's hot, I don't really know that Georgia has an answer for that. So
sure.
I'll take Vandy.
I'm only going to take Georgia because it seems like when anybody goes to Athens, refs allow it to become a boxing ring, and they're just like,
yeah,
like whatever, dude. All right, Gamecocks coming to Knoxville. I think we're both pretty sure what that game's going to end up being.
Oh yeah, Vols roll.
Easy win for the boys in orange. Ooh, actually, I'll say that for the last one. Real quick, Texas A&M at LSU.
A&M. I mean, what a weird few weeks for A&M.
Yeah.
They've lost 4 straight, and then
so annoying.
Yes.
the lone team,
Auburn.
The lone team I said at the beginning of the season is like they're probably going to be frauds.
Which, hey, credit to Big Donnie Hoops. He was saying, I can't remember if he texted me this before or told me this is what he was thinking afterwards, but like Auburn had just, they just locked up the SEC regular season. We're riding high, trap game vibes going down to College Station.
They're still kids.
A&M, they're still kids. That's right. A&M is still a good team.
They are.
Don Logan wasn't surprised.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
All that to say, A&M should cruise against at LSU.
I'll take the Aggies too. That's a good one. I think could be Ole Miss at Florida.
Man,
or do you think Florida steamrolls them?
I think Florida steamrolls them. The way Florida's playing right now, I mean, you could almost argue resume wise, you can't make the argument, but like just with your eyes, like Florida is to me at their best just as good as Auburn or a Duke. I mean, I think annoying. It really is annoying. Yeah.
Like of course it's Todd Golden.
Yeah, of course it's Todd Golden. They're really, really, really what they did at Bama on yesterday was so impressive. Yeah, I don't think Ole Miss gives them much of a game. I mean, they had everything go their way against us and only won by 2 at home. So I think Florida should cruise.
I'll take Florida. The line hasn't dropped yet. I wouldn't be shocked if they end up winning by, I'll say 20 points, especially because it's at home.
Yeah.
A nice little loser leaves town game, Stinker Bowl, Oklahoma and Texas.
Red River Shootout.
Which actually, it's not like they both have losing records. I think it's just more for where they're at in the league. I'm going to take Oklahoma on the road.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma still has a shot. I think they're still on the bubble. I think Texas is pretty much.
I feel like Trey Johnson, which I mean, he's still averaging 20 points a game. I know we've talked about him a little bit at length a while back, but it just seems like if Trey Johnson doesn't go semi-nuclear, and I say nuclear as if like for him it's normal. That's just another night.
Sure.
But if he's not 20 points or more, I just don't. I think Oklahoma handles it. Trey Johnson pretty much carries the team, and if Trey doesn't come to play, then
I'd pick Oklahoma too. I think I think they need it more right now. Just building off the win against Missouri, they're on the bubble, trying to make a case for themselves. They, if they can carry that into getting, maybe a win or two in the SEC tournament, they put themselves in a decent spot with Selection Sunday.
And then Alabama at Auburn.
I mean, I hope there's a part of me that
is it
hopes,
a pretty easy answer?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's Auburn. I hope there's a part of me that hopes Bama gives them a little bit of a game, just so it's fun, just so it's good basketball.
Make them sweat.
But Auburn is they're a wagon. Auburn's a dang wagon, and
they know it.
Oh yeah. Already beat them once in Alabama's barn, and I don't think they have a chance.
Yeah, I'm going to end up picking Auburn. The only goofy side I'd want Alabama is just for the sake I would love another Bruce Pesto soundbite going back to the joke and slamming
that was
slamming his headset down.
That's
the only reason why. Other than that, probably isn't going to happen again. So there's your pick'em games for this Saturday, and then next week, baby, start March 12th. We'll have 4 games.
The sicko Wednesday night, SEC
arguably
tournament.
The best day of the SEC tournament.
Oh yeah,
I think it is.
You still have we have some pretty good teams that'll be playing.
Yeah, I was gonna
Wednesday night this year. It's
if there's one year where you're like
teams,
this is actually going to be decent games. This is it.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be the the 1:00 game, which is typically your actually no, that would be your 8-9. Not 8-9. Anyhow, at one of the games out of the 4 is the
just your rock fight.
Yeah,
the 16 versus the 13 or something like that, and it's
everybody get your popcorn ready. Every fan turns out for that one because it's their team's not playing because their team doesn't stink that bad.
Yep.
But it's the game. Oh yeah, baby, it's time. Bro, we've got a couple more minutes before the free subscription runs out for the month. So, do you have anything you need to hammer home about? Senior Day on Saturday. Should they go ahead and roll out the statue for Zakai?
Oh, I'd be there to help chisel it. If we're doing it. Oh man, that should be pretty cool. I hope it's not the end for Zakai specifically. I hope he gets another year. We'll see. But if it's the last ride, he'll get one of the biggest ovations, I think, for a Tennessee basketball player ever. It'll be
100%. And he
crazy.
Should.
Absolutely.
Does Deacon cry on the floor?
No, I don't think so. No,
because he'll get it out of the way before. Yeah.
He barely showed any emotion when Meshack hit that shot, in the moment,
dude,
because he was still so mad at the refs, but
doing all this, and then he finally turns his head and sees it probably 0.3 seconds before it falls in, and he's just like,
oh yeah. When it always cracks me up watching the replays, or when one of our guys will hit a huge shot, and so when one point last night Igor had a 4-point play, huge 3, gets fouled, hits the free throw, and everyone goes nuts on the bench. Barnes, it's nothing happened, 0 emotion.
He's just the big. I've been here before, bro.
Yeah, he's seen it all.
I literally coached
He's done it all.
Kevin Durant. I've
Yeah.
seen this.
Yeah. Nothing impresses him. Not really. At least to the point of celebrating on the sideline. But
It's still pretty awesome. I'd love to see just like a little bump from Deacon, like I don't know, just a little hop. Give us something.
if he cries, shoot, I'll probably cry.
I'm just saying, I don't know if somebody's got 2 quarters and you're like, does Deacon cry? If that's a prop bet, like put it on it. It's like the Super Bowl prop bets of like heads or tails. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great. I just of course, the only thing I got is just what's Big Bill going to say if Missouri does it. I can like already hear the like from the other side of Oak Ridge right now. He's just like, whatever. It's just a game, man. They're just kids.
It's just a game, just kids.
They were just kids. All right, bro.
How much time do we have left here?
We've got probably a minute and 30 seconds. Well, let's just say a minute.
Just real quick. That I sent you that graphic yesterday of that Celtics game where Peyton Pritchard and what's his name? Something White. Each hit 40. Each had 40 points and had like a combined 32 attempted threes. Who watches that junk? Couldn't be me. NBA's a mess. I don't want to.
You sound like Draymond Green right now.
I don't want to watch that. I want to watch college basketball, and we're gonna miss a bunch of shots at the rim, and someone tip it in. I love it.
That's right. Hey, I just want to give a quick dog of the week that'll get said before the time. We're allowed another 2 hours for a month. Dog of the week goes to me.
Dang right.
Yeah. Birthday's on Monday, the 10th. So just happens before. So, yeah, cheers dog of the week to me.
Cheers to you. Another year around the sun. You did it.
Hey, kisses and cupcakes to me, baby.
Kisses and cupcakes to you, buddy.
I'm Big Papa. That's Bobby Hoops. See you, gang.
See you.